Alrighty, welcome back to the NEOT Rewatch podcast. Today we are doing episode 2. That's episode season 2.
Yeah,
episode
I'm
4.
trying to go.
But today it's not logged into anything. So today we are watching season 1, episode 2.
Yep.
The second half of the Gort era. If anyone's still here, especially after seeing the last podcast episode, props, I guess. Yeah. But if you can't tell, that episode was filmed about 5 minutes ago, so we're just doing these all in quick succession.
Time for season 1, episode 2, titled "School Lunch Infomercial."
Before we start, if you're wondering why the intro to it is like slowed down and like deep,
we don't know.
No clue.
I didn't know.
Like when I was editing, it just happened. Like
fun. It's just a half tone down.
Back then, I was using this crappy like editor that like it just sucked.
Was that free DaVinci?
No, it wasn't free DaVinci. It was just some
pre
DaVinci. Yeah, DaVinci. When was the first one I made?
Yeah, when did you start using DaVinci? 4 is the first episode that feels kind of professional.
4 or 5 maybe.
Like not professional.
I don't know, but I edited
semi-professional.
It was like I edited all those videos in my like gaming channel videos on the thing called like Olive or something, and it sucked. But
all right, without further ado, let's hit it.
Arguably, I think this is the worst episode.
Yeah, well, Ian does really hate this one because he wrote it, I guess. So.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't know why I critique myself so heavily on this episode. It's stupid.
Here is the first
guest monologue.
And by guest monologue, it was
was a blatant copy of SNL. We
did steal that idea from SNL.
Well, also this was before. No, we did write a proper guest monologue.
We did a host video too. We didn't write a monologue for this, so that's why
we did write a monologue, but we did like the host video. Well, that was super short.
Initially, the hosts were supposed to write their own monologue.
But then, of course, why would that?
Yeah, they did not do that. So
some of the hosts
by episode 6, Grayson started writing the monologue, and then by episode, I guess I know technically.
I wrote Emery's too.
Oh really?
Did she?
Yeah.
No, she. Oh. Episode 5, we were like, these are so crappy, we're just not gonna do them.
And then I don't think season 2.
And then we're like, if I just write them, they can actually.
Fred did a hosting monologue.
Yeah,
we talked about triangulation and pizza.
Emery's the only guest who's never done one.
Yeah.
Next time,
even Caitlin did one. Yeah, she did one in the most recent episode, which was so funny because you weren't a guest.
She wasn't a guest.
She was an official cast member.
Yeah, because at that point we needed a consistent girl cast member so badly that we were like. Because none of them knew. I met Caitlin start of last year, but none of them knew Caitlin before that. You met her that D&D day, but y'all's first meeting of Caitlin was that NEOT shoot. Yeah. No, but I remember so vividly, like talking with Grayson after the filming of Grinch, being like, she's not going to come back. She's not gonna. Who would come back? And Caitlin's like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm like. Welcome to you've been promoted.
There's so much stuff that we should have blurred in all of our videos that just don't because we don't care.
Kellen's feet.
The amount of
license plates.
Okay.
Kellen's feet is definitely in this podcast.
No.
Videos.
Yeah, at the beginning. No, here's the thing. I don't wear socks in my own house. People who do kind of scare me.
I agree.
But I don't wear socks in my house. But the problem was, especially during early NEOT, I didn't put shoes on, so I'd be wearing it's the worst in episode 6 because I'm wearing a full suit. And then I'm just barefoot, and it's so funny. And you can see my feet the entire time. That's why I usually wear socks now. I didn't wear socks for the first part of today, but
you didn't wear socks in the last episode because you physically couldn't.
Yeah. Bleep that. Unless it releases after this. But no.
This character in the episode that was most recently filmed.
Hey,
we can't say that. We can't say that either.
No,
Here,
we can't say. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's keep it to season 2 or episode 2 related.
Episode 2 stuff. Okay, but yeah, so Hannah was the first ever guest star.
She didn't write a monologue, so it was like just
improv.
Make jokes.
Yeah,
us trying to prompt her, right?
Dialogue.
Right.
It was bad. If you want to watch the host video, you can. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it. It's the worst one.
Yeah, they're some of the most skipped parts are the.
Don't you play for the goats?
Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 is pretty terrible.
No, episode 3 is really bad because me and Max had to just keep bouncing off each other, and neither of us. Max was struggling hard.
But yeah, we decided that we usually like to do the monologues first to scare people
into submission.
Yeah, so they're just the monologues are usually really bad. Although Caitlin's, we did that for you.
Anyways.
Hosting me today. I'm not getting paid to be here. I don't know why I'm here. except for the dogs.
The dogs.
Oh,
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Winnie.
One dog.
I love Winnie. I miss her.
We're not having the dogs for
Because I could probably eat the chicken nuggets.
So that chicken nugget is frozen. Like it was.
You just
like,
ordered frozen chicken
it was,
nuggets. I remember that.
I had like frozen chicken nuggets from like Sam's Club or something that we would make every once in a while for like a quick meal. And like Grayson's like, we need a chicken nugget. I'm like, what? So I go to my freezer and I pull out this frozen chicken nugget.
Well, to be fair, not that much different from the school lunches.
Literally, no, it was honestly probably the most accurate prop piece.
Yeah.
Other than maybe the cardboard.
Oh my god, the cardboard.
We made her
Look at the
actually
cheesy pull apart bread.
that cardboard. Well, I'll
There's
talk
a
about it
blooper where I
later.
actually like chew it.
No, we actually made her eat it.
We did that much.
She didn't eat that much, but we kept telling her, "No, you gotta eat this."
Make a joke! Make a joke!
Make a
joke.
Make a joke.
Who's there?
Boo!
Boo.
Time to
See the gears turning.
It's
so bad. Oh, this was like the first. Like,
Oh, another thing
Uh-huh.
is this also feels like it's supposed to be a public service announcement, but this is the only episode where both of the sketches are
Or ads.
feel like ads.
Yeah.
Which is, it makes sense because there's a lot of sketches where the ads are just sketches.
Well, we have gotten better about making the ads ads.
Yeah.
Extreme constipation.
Mainly
Marfa,
Dawson's like 8-minute.
The
melons.
Well, 8-minute rent ad he
Oh my
It
god.
was a musical.
Okay, I don't
gonna
know.
like 15 minutes.
Are we gonna rewatch episode
Okay, we'll get to
7?
rent when we get.
Yeah. Okay.
But episode 8.
Episode 7.
Episode
8. There's no episode 8 yet,
There's
Grayson.
not
I was talking about episode 4 is kind of like that where it's
4 because Melons
6, sorry.
Melons
6.
and the Mike
What was
Myers.
6?
Michael Myers.
Oh well, at least
Also-
that one is technically an ad.
It just kind of goes on.
Barely.
It's like it barely
It's not
passes
an
an
ad.
ad.
There's-
But
It's
it's
just
like,
No, I do
goes
not
on
agree that
it's a movie trailer.
No, it's a movie trailer, but it's not. I don't know.
Privately by the creators of this program.
I love James Bond because I just get shot
Okay,
so quick.
I need to talk about Kellen, season 1, episode 2.
I look like a 4-year-old.
And he looks
Every
great.
time I watch it, you look ridiculously young. Everyone else actually looks like themselves.
I know.
For my best
Yeah.
memory of them.
Look at the way it bends. Look at the way it bends.
Hey,
Show it to the camera.
for context here, my growth cycle is really weird. Can we show that one picture from the last day of 8th grade where I look like a hobgoblin?
If I can find it.
Yeah, here, I'll send it to you, Dawson. So this picture, that was the end of 8th grade. Like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah. NEOT really is the evolution of Kellen's puberty. So.
Yeah. No, I
That's
honestly,
that's the real reason.
that's the real reason we do NEOT, guys.
No, not really.
But Kellen
Oh,
also
that's
looks
the
like he's
wrong
being
logo.
held at gunpoint here.
I do. I really do.
Like,
Which is good because it's a school lunch infomercial.
But what didn't help was the table were benches. So we're all like on our knees trying to make ourselves shorter than
Yeah.
we are.
And I wasn't actually
Well,
probably on my knees.
that's
no one pointed it out to me.
Mm-hmm.
we were about. Everyone is
so
about as tall as that white background.
Yeah.
So and if you see anything
Other than Dawson.
in any
Dawson
episode
was
with that
always
white background-
taller than the background, and it was a problem.
Yeah. So we are almost always kneeling in any episode with the background, and those tables are benches. And they're actually
We use those a lot, too.
Yeah. And then Dawson, do you want to talk about? I feel like we should talk about uniforms and and the little sticker.
Those.
Dawson,
Dawson,
come on.
yeah, go
This is your specialty.
Oh yeah, so I mean, you can probably see in like the video, like the letters are like super big.
ASW.
Yeah, because that one was a misprint because there's always seemed to be something wrong with our like printers.
Yeah. American School Woodhaven.
American School Woodhaven, yeah, obviously. I think we mentioned it by name a couple times.
Why did we come up with American School Woodhaven?
Because it's from
Grayarchy.
Oh, it's from Grayarchy.
Grayarchy the play.
Do we reference Grayarchy in any podcast?
Probably.
We
most likely. Especially with
that
crazy
was,
school
that
stories.
Was a play.
But I was about to say, we can link the actual play.
That was, yeah.
Oh my god, yes you should. I mean, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Please don't. It sucks, but I had to.
I really wish we had recorded the one in 8th grade.
Oh,
yeah.
Does anyone have like a pillow or something? My back is killing me. I'm gonna use the bear.
Alright, go use
The bear comes back!
If I can.
So something, but yeah, those, anything that it takes place at American School Woodhaven, because that's like our made up. We don't do as many of those types of sketches anymore, but
mostly because
school sketches are becoming less fun to do.
Yeah, except
and
also we don't go to the same school anymore. So
and also I would like to say, so the school that we all went to in 8th grade, they did have a uniform that we had to wear. all the clothes that we wear
are uniforms.
Were those uniforms, but we had to tape over the logo of our school with the ASW ones.
Yeah.
But now, like, none of us even have them, and they don't fit, so we really can't.
None of us. Did any of y'all even have these?
I don't even have any anymore, and if I did, they probably wouldn't fit very well.
Same.
Yeah, but
you have six.
Right. Okay, so didn't we make a rule? So apparently Dawson was always like, we can only wear blue and white.
Because
in
the
a later
red
episode, red would be like
introduced.
And
I think it officially launched that. I think in episode 6.
What's the episode that references that?
That was The Miserables de la School.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
my god.
Okay,
so we talked about it in deleted sketch.
I don't even know what that is.
We talked about it in deleted
sketch. So season 2 originally was supposed to have a 2-part episode based on Les Mis about school.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be a music. It was
red shirts are introduced.
Right.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so that's why we never wear red. Red NEOP.
Although I'm pretty sure someone at least did.
Probably.
Maybe once.
At some point.
It would require some studying. Let's resume watching the young Kellen talk about school lunch food.
Oh, also you can see the door.
I would like to say right now, young Kellen was great. Now I'm in immense back pain. So.
Something bland and gross.
My lips are so full there.
We have all your least favorite option. Like
wait. We might still be in
We want to make sure we're at the highest quality.
Oh,
we are. We could be
1080. Well, yeah, because that's when we started using phones.
We started using phones in this episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this shot, I wanted to do it, and Kellen was like, "No, we can't do it. It's gonna take too much time." But it ended up becoming a very classic shot.
That's a recurring theme. You say, "Oh, let's do this." And I'm like, Grayson, that's gonna take a while.
And then it takes a while.
It takes a while.
It didn't take that while. It took long because you were being a little...
Like, back in the day, something like that felt like it took a while. Now it takes like an hour to set up a set. I just don't say anything anymore.
No.
Like to be fair, like looking at this
our current set took up...
Me and Dawson,
like
both...
Dawson is not helpful.
Put the picture that we're seeing right now over here.
Well, obviously this will be up.
Which picture?
The one that's on the screen right now.
But
what's interesting is like me and Dawson, we both look a bit younger in this picture, but if you do side-by-side comparison, we kind of look like ourselves.
Especially with your glasses.
Kellen just looks like a gross demon goblin boy. We don't know what happened to him.
Well, honestly, it was just my original audition for like the gross goblin boy.
Well, okay,
I was born for the role.
I'm gonna reveal this. So you know how like Paul McCartney, people think he got replaced in the Beatles, and it was like the real Paul McCartney died.
Which absolutely
that happened to
happen.
Kellen.
Yeah.
Kellen is not the original Kellen that you're seeing in here. About episode 4, he died. End of season 1, he dies.
Yeah. So.
Because when Watson dies, Kellen dies.
Yeah.
too.
So there was an incident at the end of season 1. Episode
Ian
7.
playing his bodyguard accidentally stabbed a real knife into his back.
Yeah, there was.
So that wasn't an acting.
There was a massive mix-up because we had the prop magnifying glass, but Grayson accidentally secured like a real steak knife that was used to like skin deer to the magnifying glass. So when Ian like stabbed me, it went straight through the original me's heart.
Yeah. So when I go,
this is all false.
Just keep recording. Keep recording.
I'm not a murderer.
I also want to say that mac and cheese that was made by me, and
you still have it, don't you?
I still have it. We actually all of us in the episode signed it, and it's in my little NEOT shrine I have. But yeah, no, it's a reference to the
literal 0G mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was mac and cheese we used to like hold up in like.
It was in a cup like that.
Yeah. Okay, I need to go on side tangent. Hold on, really fast. So at the school where we had to wear uniforms. The cafeteria food, except for the pizza day that was from like Pizza Hut or whatever.
That was the only day I ate there.
Yeah, same. But it was always like weird, and we would always mock it. We had a running joke on Tater Tots Day. Hey Napoleon, give me some of your tots every time there was Tater Tots.
Yeah. Napoleon, give me some of your tots. No, go find your own.
Just an example. But we'd always make fun of it. Grayson and I sometimes still do at our
school. We've made ideas. We've had the ideas of doing a sequel to this as like a little bonus.
In fact, if you will give me 30 seconds, I can pull up some of them.
Oh, we have a list of all the things. Yeah.
We can just do a slideshow, Ian, and you can send me the pictures.
No. This will take me like 30 seconds to pull up. Keep talking.
But yeah, so one of them was the side squares. Hey,
forgot about.
It was these waffles.
Unaliving squares now.
Yeah, unaliving squares. Sorry. And they had like 8 squares on the front. It was like everybody you take out of this takes a month off your life. Oh, that's not that bad. You turn it around. There's like 1,000 squares on the back.
So the joke came from these things They were like cinnamon waffles
good.
or something. They were tasty. I had one, but they were.
This is turning into episode 2 of the.
It is, yeah.
the
But
podcast.
they were so sugary that when you're
Oh,
eating them,
great.
you're like, oh my god, I'm actually going to die. So then the bit came from every square, and there was like 8 squares on the front, but there was like 2 million tiny little squares on the bottom.
And the joke was every square takes a year off.
Yeah.
Okay, I pulled up the page. So we did have that. Also on here we have quesadilla in a bag.
Quesadilla in a bag.
Fried rectum.
Fried rectum's in there, yeah.
Fried cow stomach and deep fried rectum, turd included.
Yeah.
That was just because they gave us this burrito thing.
Then you like cut it and then it goes.
Yeah, it would like.
Inside there was just like a little piece of meat like wiggling around in there, and it looked like the inside of a rectum.
And I swear it would release like a gas cloud every time you cut into it.
so
Okay,
gross.
wait, there's more. We had on here we have the concept of pizza made from only the worst ingredients.
The concept of pizza is crazy.
So like the weird totally normal hot dog.
So the air quotes bit, and we see it in this episode, oven fried chicken. One time I was looking at the school lunch menu, and it literally said oven fried, like in quotes. And obviously, when it's written, it's very different than what air quotes are.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at that, and I'm like, what do you mean oven fried chicken?
Yeah, so we'll get to that.
Or do you eat mac and cheese?
30 minutes.
Oh wait, cool.
This
pause it.
stuff is zero gravity.
So that 30 minutes thing, I'm sorry, that's a great freeze frame. That 30 minutes thing is legitimately true. We were at lunch in 7th grade, and I remember you timing it on your Apple Watch. And we were literally waiting. I remember, because that was, in 7th grade, that was like the COVID year where we went back to school. 6th grade for us was when everyone went online. Like
Except for her.
Infomercial.
That
Yeah, that was
was
5th grade for her. But our 7th grade year, our
You guys
school,
hanging out with minors.
What?
our school, at least for our cohort, as they put it, we never got quarantined our 7th grade year.
Me and Dawson did for like
Yeah,
1 hour.
I got quarantined.
1 hour, I remember that, because they're like, excuse me, you guys have been close to these 6th graders, and
So
they
we
all
had-
have COVID, but our teacher made sure to separate us always.
What
So
is
then
the
they were like,
1
no,
hour
you don't have to
quarantine
quarantine. That's like,
gonna
crap, I
do?
have to get to second period for specials. And I was like, crap.
What is the 1 hour?
The 1 hour
quarantine
quarantine.
gonna do? Like, literally.
Well, no, because it was a quarantine, but they realized that we had no reason to quarantine, because our teacher kept us in a separate part of the classroom.
And we're all hanging out outside because we had to go into like the front part, which was really weird.
Some of those days are actually
none of
pretty
these
cool,
people
though.
would actually know what I mean by that, but it was
I
really
still-
weird.
I don't even know what you mean at this point.
Well, we had to go instead of using the playground, we had to go in like the front yard.
Of the school.
Right.
And that was where we also ate our lunch.
And that's
Right,
where
I
Kellen-
remember that now.
That's where Kellen ate a dead dragonfly. Real story.
I remember like the whole grade gathering around in the front yard as we're watching, just waiting for a dollop of mac and cheese to fall, and it took the entire lunch period.
Yeah.
Which was 45 minutes.
We also got
approximately.
really bored and started beating each other with beanbags.
Yeah, we would throw beanbags in the air and say airstrike and
And
try
just-
not to get hit.
And we would have occasionally just thrown
Oh
them
my
all
God.
at
Yeah, then
them.
it became the Great Beanbag Wars.
Yeah, it was
I'm
fun.
I'm kind of remembering that now.
It was fun.
Those
We-
honestly.
I love how they were like they gave us like the like all the like fun like the ball game
Yes.
and the beanbags.
Like that.
And the second we went back to normal recess, they're like, no, you can't have this stuff.
Yeah, it was so stupid. No, but I just remember that was honestly the most unified. That and the situation was the most unified I felt
Yeah,
as
at
a
our
grade in a
school,
class because I just remember.
It's so
I
fun.
remember everyone at lunch getting together and just chucking beanbags at each other. And, oh, it was so fun.
Was this just our cohort?
Just our cohort.
Yeah.
You know,
And
if
it still tastes awful.
Or cheesy pull-apart bread.
You know what's so
Exactly.
disturbing about me in this sketch? My pupils are massive. Like, my pupils are always massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not really, not really.
No, okay. So they get really big or really small.
They get really dilated. 'Cause you
But the
can't
problem
see.
is the
Because
quality.
he's really happy about getting hit with the beanbag. Pupils are
No,
dilating.
but the quality, it's not bad, but it wasn't great back then. It's still pretty grainy. Maybe it's just the TV we're watching.
Yeah,
on.
it was shot on.
It could
No,
just be-
it was shot on old camera, old iPhone.
old-
relatively, well, not that old, like 11s or 12s maybe.
Yeah, which was actually pretty recent at the time. That was my XLR. We gotta stop yapping.
You got it.
We?
Yeah, we. Hey, they're yapping too.
We are.
And
Guilty as charged.
our famous specialty,
Okay, can we pause it?
oven fried chicken.
This is
Can we
wrong.
please pause it?
Me
that scene where Hannah bites down, it's cut, but there is a longer version of that.
This
cut.
is
just
the
like-
bloopers. It's
it's
the
like-
bloopers.
Can I? And she's looking at the camera like, "Can I take it out?" And we're like, "No."
That was the beginning of NEOT's tradition of torturing our guest stars, I guess.
And then that thing happened in episode 3 that we can't talk about.
Here, we'll link a video to it.
No, we won't.
Let's bring to my video what it was.
I'm not so sure I'm comfortable eating that. So if you want the grossest food around, come on down to school today. If you use code NEOT, you can get a free specialty cup of zero-G mac and cheese.
This has been a public service announcement.
Okay,
Who designed this stupid door? Oops.
Yeah.
Something happened to there.
So the door was like, I don't even know why it was falling apart, but it was falling apart.
Because that was when we used to glue it instead of staple it.
Yeah, but then we have the rat instead of the cat.
What's so funny? I love this because it makes
Your
no
dad
sense.
threw it away.
It's yeah, my dad did throw that away. It's really sad. But it's the most stupid, no context intro. And then when you go, has this happened to you?
Also, the
I
set,
laugh every time.
and the set is just so like liminal. It's like it just looks wrong.
It's just right over there too.
And the bear's there. We found the bear.
Yeah,
found the bear this episode.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like
the
it's like that podcast we listened to with the pineapple sighting. You gotta figure out the pineapple sighting every single one. We have to find the bear or the bear related item.
The theme of the Rewatch podcast is
that's
the bear.
That was kind of the idea because I brought it up. I was like, we should do the thing they do in Psych where they have the pineapple. And Kellen was like, how about we do this bear? And I was like, no.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm just playing. Look, Mommy. I'm just kidding, Mommy.
He just grabbed
There's
ketchup.
not to install that. Here, no, I'll do it for real. No!
Does this situation seem familiar to you? If so, then all you need is baby's first wood chipper.
Because of baby's first wood chipper, he still has all 10 fingers.
Oh, okay, Kellen.
Now let's answer some questions from real people.
From
Will it protect my baby?
I love not real people. I didn't even realize that was. I meant to say like not real, like paid actors.
Yeah.
But also, Dawson laughed by this, so we just took like a few videos of him going, yes. No, and we just like inserted them later.
The magic of editing.
Yeah. Also, there's a lot of lines that got cut from this. So we forgot.
Yeah,
to
we did.
We
cut
because Ian wrote this, but we forgot to do so many of them.
I forgot about that.
Because he was supposed to go maybe.
Yeah.
And there was another one. And we're like.
Well, no, because it was
Another,
supposed to be yes, no, limited 31 days only.
Yeah.
We're talking about the motherland, right?
No.
For
How
me.
long is the warranty?
Limited 31-day warranty.
Great!
Can I use this to commit international war crimes?
Can we say what that originally was now? I mean, we've gotten so much edgier.
Yeah, so if you notice that little cut though.
So originally the line was, yeah.
Yeah, we can.
No.
How long is the warranty?
But
Limited
let's start with this
31-day
shot.
warranty.
Great!
Can I use this?
To commit international war crimes in the Middle East.
No. In the script it says something different.
Does it? It was
It's
Middle
in the
East.
Middle East.
Yeah.
No, it says Middle East, but it's something else in the script.
It was in the Middle East.
Let me find it.
The script wasn't what we said though.
Yeah, so the original saying was in the Middle East, but Grayson was like, I don't know, that's a little dicey. And I think I also was like, that's a little dicey.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we cut it, and now we did the big ball back.
Okay.
So.
So for the record, so this was I just want to, for that part where it's like the yes, no, limited 31 days only, this was the original script for it. Will it protect my baby? Yes. Can I trade in my current wood chipper? No. Is it helpful? Yes. As something else? No. How long is the warranty? Blah, blah, blah. I thought there was one version where it was like, can I use this to commit espionage originally in the script?
No, it was always international.
But yeah, so this shot.
It's still a great. So
this was my idea.
I might be remembering that wrong.
So I was spinning the camera here.
I think it's something else.
No, I was spinning.
Oh.
No, my God.
You were.
Anna McDonald was spinning the
Was
camera.
she really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
So it was either me or her.
clearly that I am the one spinning the camera.
No,
It was either me or her. It was one of us.
So what happens? I'll break it down. So Kellen.
I'll break it down.
So Grayson says his line. It pans left to Dawson.
What?
Okay, so now right here it's a pan, but a very slow pan.
That Grayson sped up and
That's
post.
sped up, and literally it's Dawson running around, taking his jacket off while running around, and then going. Blah. And Ian is originally was in the back of the shot, but he's not in the frame. We thought he would be in the frame. So he has there's a secret little credit that's like
Ian as cameraman.
So
it was Ian, not Hannah.
No. Ian. No, it says Ian as like intern writing the background, but he never was writing the background because you can't see him.
I'm sorry. Who invited this
It looks
guy?
way too. It looks really good.
It's really zoomed in. I
For
feel
like early NEOT was really good, but that's how.
Why is
that
this
was
TV
one of the
making
first
it
times
so
we
zoomed
kind of
in?
experienced. No, it's always that zoomed in. Yeah. No, this was the first time we actually really experimented.
I love how Kellen is using his
that's
camera remote.
It's a remote for a tripod.
Yeah.
For
a tripod. Yeah.
Security.
Order yours today for the low price of somewhere between $50 and...
Oh, back then I didn't know how to take a still frame out of an image. So if you see, I took one frame, and then I took the next frame. Or no, I took a frame of footage, or like 2 frames, 3 frames of footage, and I just repeated it a bunch of times. So if you see the camera like jiggling, that's why.
I don't think I even noticed that, yeah.
I'll show you.
Go back.
Back it up.
He just kind of walked on, sir.
Security.
Order yours today for the low
Oh my god.
You see this one?
Yeah.
$50 and $3,000.
That's funny.
Okay, now to break down the credit from the producers.
Oh, so Mack goes to heaven. Oops.
Hey, that one's officially up now.
Grayson Marchi.
Are we gonna link it, Grayson?
In association with Dog Lovers.
In the description, if you want to watch Mosa Mack Goes to Heaven, that got
that's some of my
remastered.
I remastered it.
What channel is it on?
It's on my channel.
That's some of my best voice acting work.
Directed by Kellen's still atrocious spelling.
Right spelling.
Stage production manager Dawson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why? Who knows?
Written
Well,
by
no, because I was responsible.
only
for
episode
everything.
that I've really fully written. Script edited by Dawson, Kellen, Grayson. Always. Grayson.
Oh my god.
All those credits.
I remember we all
Photography,
yelled at
Grayson.
you for
Camera,
that one.
Kellen, and Grayson. This is the most interesting part of the theme right here.
Did I fix the music credits in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This part's correct. It's just the intro that's weird.
Sketch.
And then
sketch 1.
We all remember how this sketch
ends.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that.
Add sketch.
We really
yeah,
don't need
notes,
to,
guys. See, so
we don't need to get into the
It was
end.
a nice little.
We cut.
It was a nice little gesture that was very not
Special
necessary.
It was Rain's idea.
I know. That was a choice.
That was a choice.
It was a choice that I was not privy to, and I kind of had wished to have been privy to.
I actually think
We wanted it to be a surprise, Kellen.
No, I actually, if I'm remembering right, I feel like, I think it was there was a chat that you weren't on where the rest of us talked about doing that. I think.
Yeah, it was where we talked about how much we hate you,
Yeah.
Kellen.
Well, I remember.
Oh yeah, that we were plotting to throw a coup.
No, because I remember because Rain said, "Hey, can you like send me Grayson or Ian or someone's number? Because I need to like no, it was Grayson's number because I need to like talk about an animation thing with him." I'm like, "Yeah, totes." I was like, "What?"
Wait, hang on. Let me.
You know, sometimes we took some of this stuff a little too seriously. We were like,
oh, always.
I thought that was the fun of it, early NEOT.
yeah.
No, that was a nice. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice gesture. It just really was unexpected and really not necessary at the time.
Yeah.
Come on, Kellen. You said you liked it.
I say I like a lot of things.
For the record, yes.
Well, do we just talk about it getting? Ian, well, okay. Let's let Ian talk about writing it because this was his. Creation.
Yes, go for it, Ian. We're very excited.
So I think this was one of the ones that was back in the day when we came up with the concept, and we would just write literally whatever.
Yeah, if there was just like one funny idea
or a funny moment or anything,
we would write an entire script based off it. That's why.
That's why Deep Massage and Can I Plead and Sandy even exist.
Once again, 8th grade, we had so much free time, so we were just writing.
Yeah, because we were never doing our actual work. One day on a podcast, we'll release pictures of the OneNote.
We already have some of them for school.
We released some of those sketches for yeah.
But there was actually we had I think up until the 3rd season planned initially, and then and those seasons were 16 episodes long. So just we were writing
16 times 3. If anyone can do that math, Kellen certainly can.
I can't.
We didn't write all of them though.
It's 48.
We wrote a good amount of them.
64. So
well, 16 times 4, so you're on the right track.
No,
just need to subtract 60.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
but
and I think we definitely have covered all the ads we had in there. That we
there's still a lot of ads that were never done, but all the ones that were decent.
A lot of them have been done, but so if you want to know more about deleted scenes, we have another podcast.
Yeah, we'll cut it. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, I want to talk about the writing.
Tell me all the links we reference in here, and so we can put them in the description.
Yeah. So as for the writing of that episode, so actually there's kind of a funny story. So the original version that I wrote for this, I wrote it with me, Dawson, Kellen, Grayson, and Hannah only. I only wrote it with 5 people, and there was one day where Rain actually pointed out to me that I didn't write her in there, and I felt so bad, so I just reworked some of the lines.
And that was before, Rain isn't in that episode, though.
Yeah, and then
she didn't show up.
Yeah, no, that's right.
It was the weekend of the quarantine in 8th grade that we referenced earlier, remember?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was looking back through one of those, one of the OneNote pages has something where I asked, are we still going to film even though we're supposed to be quarantined? We were like, yes.
Yeah. And then she said no, she got hardcore pressed that she wasn't written in the episode, and then she didn't show up.
Yeah.
Well, no, but then I wrote her back in, but then I think she got COVID, so then she couldn't show up.
No, she didn't get COVID. She just didn't want to show up because of the quarantine.
Or she was,
but remember, our 8th grade class, we never ended up actually getting quarantined.
No. Or she was 7th grade.
Well, this was filmed in 8th grade.
Oh,
we didn't get quarantined in 8th grade, but
we got quarantined for 2 days.
We got quarantined for 2 days, but it was like a Saturday and it was like a Friday.
It was a Thursday and a Friday.
Yeah, so it wasn't a real quarantine. And at that point, it was 8th grade, and by 2022, 2020,
early
2022, was COVID even still a thing?
So that's kind of the story of writing this episode.
Yeah.
And for the record, I don't know if you can tell, but even back then, yes, we had a guest star, but we still didn't know what the heck we were doing.
We still don't know what we're doing.
Anyone from the old NEOT episodes came back now, they would just be shocked at what it is now.
Man, I don't think anyone from the early guest star years of NEO will ever come back. We scared off
too many people.
Everyone other than Emery. Literally.
And Cohen.
No, Cohen won't come back.
Yeah,
so that was season 1, episode 2. It's still very early. You can tell with a few of the shots that we were kind of getting more advanced. We wanted to do more.
I will actually say, though, some pretty good early shot moments. Grayson's freeze frame on Hannah trying to run up to protect Colin from cutting up his finger.
That was cool.
And the shot where it was a pan, but it was all one shot and it looks like 2 things, are both shots that, for that day...
Those were... No, to this day, I still look at those like, those were pretty good.
Honestly, episode 1, episode 2 have some of, just the greatest stuff we've ever done.
Well,
in a way.
I don't want to say that.
Some of the most iconic stuff. Let's put it that way.
I feel there's
Infamous.
Yeah, Infamous was probably a better.
Because those are the most seen episodes, technically. Well, I guess episode 3 passed. Well, episode 3 went way more. So, but yeah, episode 1 for some reason we pushed really hard.
Do y'all remember?
And people watched it and were like, "This sucks," and never watched it again.
Yeah. Do y'all remember? I remember being in class Iron.
It was like
Works.
fun. I was about to say,
remember being
you said like fun history teacher H or something in our.
Did I really? Well, Iron Worse, Mr. Iron Worse. Let's. Iron Worse.
Iron Bad.
Iron Bad. Mr. Iron Bad's class. And I remember Grayson was like, "Kellen, come here." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "I looked up how to make lunch for your kid's school, and we popped up for this episode." And I was like, "We made it."
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
No, it was on Google. You looked up school lunch on Google, and then went to videos, and we popped up.
Yeah, by episode 3 and 4 though, us 4 were just referencing in all of our classes. Mm-hmm. So we'd start saying something, and everyone in the class was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, people hated it. To this day, there's 2 people who've been on the show. I won't say their names because they would probably shank me for referencing them.
They got bullied for showing up.
So they were 2 years below us, and they were friends we made in theater. And both of them appeared in season 2, episode 1, and then season 2, episode 2.
Who could they be?
And yeah, I think y'all can figure it out.
If you actually watch NEOT, you might be able to figure that out.
Yeah, so they told us, "Hey, nothing against y'all, we love y'all, but we can't come back because we were bullied so hard for appearing in NEOT." And they were 2 years below us.
Yeah, so they were telling us about these people
who watched the video.
I'm not gonna name the names, but Beavis son.
Beavis son. Beavis and Butthead
we
son.
learned that Beavis son, this like
Beavis son.
really
Beavis son.
awful guy who was like 2 years younger, was still watching NEOT, like hate watching. We're like, what is happening?
And he made fun of.
So I think that's it.
Yeah, that's everything.
That's kind of it. But yeah, they didn't come back.
Yeah, they literally won't come back because they don't want to be bullied.
And they didn't even have big role. Well, one of them had a big role.
One of them had a big role. The other literally appeared in like shot.
Flounder was supposed to have a big
Yeah, I
role,
know.
but Flounder said no.
But Magic Man Murnau.
I'm Magic Man Murnau.
We'll touch on that when we get to that episode. No, to wrap it up.
Didn't you guys start showing these to the Thespian Club in 8th grade?
Yeah, we did.
Oh God, that's right.
We did? I think we showed episode 4. Maybe.
Yeah. No, we showed 3. We showed 3.
Yeah, that was before I was. Well, which is coming up, so maybe we'll reference that next.
Because I was the president.
God, we subjected them.
I wasn't there till the end. But...
Yeah, you didn't show up till we started doing.
We subjected people to torture.
We'll talk about that
early
next
meal.
podcast
Really
episode.
is.
So I think we're ready. We're all done.
Yeah, we're done. Well, everyone, once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you've had a Neotastic day. I'm gonna say that every episode.
Yeah, Kellen.
We have been NEOP, not
this
every
is
other
NEOP.
podcast.
Yeah. Well, once again, thank you for joining us, and we have been NEOP.
I've been Grayson. This has been Schmurf Bladderspiel.
And then,
The
thing
mute.
1, thing 2.